I want to talk to you about two things. One is the power of the pen, and two is the power of optimism. Now, why am I sharing this? It's because I love to share the things that has made a difference in my life, that has made me have major breakthroughs, because I feel by sharing it with you, you're going to have a breakthrough and you're going to change your life. And I'm receiving amazing feedback from you. So I hope this video is going to help you. And how I think it's going to help you is by the power of the pen, you'll be able to make new changes in your life that before were not possible. You'll be able to learn things about your own mind that you don't even know that you know. And you'll be able to change some of your negative habits and become honest with yourself and become more humble and open to change, so you can get the things that you want and you can attract the people, relationships, and things that you want to have in your life. And the other thing that I want to share is the power of optimism. The power of optimism is, why is it important for us to become an optimist, and more importantly, how can you do it every single day in your life and have an incredible shift and an impact in your life that's going to give you a good taste. Just like you go to a very good restaurant and you taste the food and you're like, wow, I'm going to bring all my friends to this restaurant. Hopefully by watching this video, you're going to get a taste, and applying it, of course, you're going to get a taste for the power of optimism and the power of the pen, and you'll be able to make the changes in your life to help you become more successful in getting to your goals. Now, let me tell you something. If you get bored, right, because sometimes I go on more detail, some people need more detail. If you get bored, look in the description where I give you little preview sections of the forward of the video. So you can still get the value where you need it. Because I know some people may need more detail, some people need less detail. So go ahead and look in the description for the titles that interest you the most. Now, the idea of the power of the pen was introduced to me by a guy named Derek Shirley, which I met at a Powerhouse seminar. He was one of the guest speakers at a high-end, or at one of the seminars that I recently went to, of all the successful people in Canada or in the United States. They got together and they had these sharing. And what Derek shared, and he was so passionate about this that it really infected me, okay? And here is the key point. Up until now, there has been no distinction between the difference between writing something and typing something. In all the self-development, gurus and the circuit, there was no distinction. So, if you were told to do your goals, you could write your goals or things like that, and you would type it. And I have done that for a long time. Now, the major breakthrough that Derek has discovered is that when we write something, okay, we're actually activating different parts of our brain. Now, I don't have the research for it, but I do trust Derek, and you can do your own research. But it makes a lot of sense for me, and it has been applicable. And what happens is when we're writing with a pen, we're actually activating our prefrontal cortex, which is the front part of the brain. But if you're typing, we're only activating the back of our brain, which is a different part of our brain. Now, the prefrontal cortex is where our latest evolution of humanity is. This is the gray matter that increases when you meditate or when you become more evolved, or when you meditate and things like that. That's where the blood flow increases. So by us writing our goals, our intentions, and our thoughts, we actually activate a different part of our brain, which means more transformation, more deeper change, and lasting results. Another amazing thing I learned is that we have about 40 to 60,000 thoughts a day as an estimate that people say, or self-developing gurus say. Now, out of all these, and this is by Derek, this is what Derek shared, out of all these thoughts, 40 to 50,000 thoughts, there is a single sentence that's being written on paper. Ether is becoming physical reality. There's a power in that. Meditate on this idea. Ether, thoughts, is now turning into physical form, right? Whereas if you're typing, ether is turning into digital pixels, which is not as tangible, right? So that's the other reason. Now, there's all the other reasons. He also recommends standing while writing. And I'll try to put a link about Derek so you can actually go right to the source, because he's the master at this, not me. I'm just learning from him. And I want to share that. Now, moving to the next topic, which is the optimism and the power of optimism. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because I feel like my life has been revolutionized. It's just like you go almost from like something flips from a positive to negative, right? Now, until now, I think of myself as a positive person. But recently, as a result of doing these new habits daily, I have been feeling so on fire. It's unbelievable, and I want you to experience this. And the idea came to me by listening to a guy named Napoleon Hill in his amazing book, Think and Grow Rich. But the idea came to me as a result of watching Napoleon speak about this particular thing. And that is, he talks about each day reading an inspiring book, but reading it out loud with enthusiasm. Now, why is it important for us to do that? Because enthusiasm is the power that to influence people, to inspire people, to make sales, to attract people to yourself. You know, if you go out to meet people, let's say if you're dating, if you don't have enthusiasm, you're not going to be a very attractive person. Or if you don't have enthusiasm in your sales or in your business or in your work, people don't really like to be around people. But enthusiasm, the word entheos means God, right? God within. So when we are enthusiastic, we are plugged in to God's source, the creator within us. So how to become more enthusiastic? Well, the way to become more enthusiastic, as Napoleon says, is to grab a book and to start reading it out loud. Now, obviously you don't want to read a boring book or a business book, because that's just not going to do it. You want to read a book that's going to inspire you and touch your soul. What I'm discovering is that most of us are actually doing pretty well mentally. We know a lot of stuff about self-development. We know how to write our goals. We know how to be positive. All these things we know. We just don't know how to connect ourselves to our higher power. So one of the books that has helped me the most in this area, one is called Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And the other one is called Your Best Life Now. I try to put the links below this video. Your Best Life Now by Joel Osteen. And Joel, if you've heard about his stuff, he's a Christian. You don't have to be, but he is. But he has this beautiful way of sharing experiences of his life and other people's life and giving us hope. Because that's what we need. We need hope. We need to have hope every single day. We get up, we have a shower, we do things, but we don't actually pump ourselves with hope and optimism, right? I feel that's the missing link. So Joel Osteen talks about, his books are amazing. So you would get up in the morning. I suggest doing a little bit of meditation. That's what I do. I get up, I do a little bit of meditation, calm my mind, feeling good. I do a prayer and intention, and I talk to my higher power. I talk to God, Creator, whatever vocabulary you want to use, and then pick the book and just start reading with enthusiasm. And you got to speak it out, right? You got to actually speak it out. Let me see if I can find my book so I can do it. Okay, so this is the book, and I just picked this up, and then I just read it, right? Now, I haven't practiced for this, so I might screw this up, but we'll see. Or I might do amazing. That's possible too. Okay, so I go like this, and I try to be very articulate with my words. So I pick up the book, and I'm like, all right, so where am I? I usually read like maybe 1 or 2 pages, or maybe 3 sometimes. Okay, so, how can I know what I'm attracting? The key to bringing something into your experience that you desire is to achieve vibrational harmony with that desire. And the easiest way for you to achieve vibrational harmony with it is to imagine having it. Pretend that it's already in your experience. You see how I'm doing it with enthusiasm? I'm not doing like, the key to bringing something into your experience that you achieve is desire vibrational harmony. And I'm not doing it in my head. I'm not having coffee with a... That's a different way. This is not what we want. What we do want is this. By the power of the universal law of attraction, you draw to the essence of whatever you're predominantly thinking about. So if you're predominantly thinking about the things that you desire, your life experience reflects those things. And in the same way, if you're predominantly thinking about what you do not want, your life experience reflects these things. Whatever you're thinking about is like planting a future event. When you're appreciating, you are planting. When you're worrying, you're planting. Worrying is using your imagination to create something you do not want, right? So try this. It's so powerful. You just pick it up and you read it out loud and you literally brainwash yourself. Just like all those past teachers and parents and people who brainwashed themselves that we're not good enough, that you're not going to be able to be successful, that you're not, attracting enough, you're not young enough, you're not old enough, you're not all that bullshit. We're going to use this to reprogram our mind. And basically that's basically it, is to get up, do a little bit of meditation. And why I meditate, let me quickly tell you this, why I meditate. There are many reasons why I meditate: increase concentration, increase equanimity, calmness, all that. But let me tell you why I do it. The main reason that I do it now is because, here's the thing, we are part of the Big Bang, okay? Whether you believe it or not, it's the truth. There was nothing, and then there came this Big Bang, which nobody knows where it came from, right? So me and you are not actually me and you. We're part of something much bigger, okay? Now, we don't believe that, of course. I'm not expecting you to believe me. We don't believe that. Sometimes some people believe, but we don't really live it as if we believe it, is what I'm saying, right? With meditation, we become aware of our existence as allness. We become aware of the power of present and the love and the joy that's present already. And we don't ever get that if we don't meditate. Now, with all the other stuff, there's other ways of doing it, like memorizing scriptures, praying, all that is great. But I've never personally been able to contact the awareness of spirit with meditation as anything else, okay? And some people having a lot of struggle with meditation, but I believe the struggle it's the exact reason why you should meditate. So when we meditate, we become aware of our spiritual nature, right? So we're not just the body, we're not just the mind, we are a spirit. But we don't believe that. And in order for us to experience that, we meditate. And now, meditation is rising higher. In 10 years from now, it's going to be a lot more common. 20 years from now, it's going to be something hopefully they're going to teach in schools. But you want to get on top of that. You don't want to be the last person starting to, oh man, I don't want to meditate, that's just too difficult. I suggest you get on it right away. I suggest you do 10 minutes. I have other videos on how to do it, and there's other great courses about it. So thank you for watching this video. I'll just do a quick summary. I talked about the power of the pen, and that is how you can actually start writing things down instead of typing it. I gave you the reasons why that's powerful, because it activates the frontal cortex. It also gives you, brings to reality what's in ether, what's in your thoughts, make it a physical reality. And I also talked about the optimism and how it's the foundation for us to create anything valuable in our life, to become more optimistic. And one of the powerful techniques that I learned was to actually read out loud from a book that inspires you. And I suggest Ask and It Is Given is a powerful book that's changed many lives, and it can change your life. And also the book called Your Best Life Now by Joel Osteen, or any book by Joel is going to do it. Or whatever book that you like to have. So thank you for watching my videos. I hope you're getting value from this video. I only do this video to help you. I don't want nothing from you. I just want you to do it, because by helping you, I'm helping myself, and I'm receiving so many blessings. Like, people out of the blue come to me and they're like giving me stuff that I don't even need, or helping me things that I need. And that's why I'm doing it. So if you find this video inspiring, it is your duty to share it with someone. It is your duty to share your realization with someone. You go to the coffee shop, you see the girl having a coffee, not having a good day, whatever. You try to share some of the things. And the more we share, the more goodness we share in the world, and the more our world becomes a better place, and the more better we feel. So when we die, we actually feel like our life mattered, and hopefully by then we have realized our unity, so our death won't be a big deal and we can just have a party. In fact, me, and I finish with this, I've never said this on camera, I really want everyone who sees this, remember this. When I die, I want you all to party. I want you to go throw a big party and say, you know what, we're not going to cry, we're going to celebrate because Sean is dead. That's what I want. And hopefully we can all do this. We can all say this, because death is not it's not the end, it's the beginning for some of us who are more aware of of our truth. Not that I'm this guru of life and I'm more aware, but I've come to discover that there is no death and that we are not this physical body, and this is my experience of life, and hopefully this can be experience of your life. And as a result of that, when our loved ones die, we won't be as sad. You're going to miss them, of course, but we won't be as sad and depressed and realize that death comes to all of us. So thank you so much, and thank you for putting up in my videos going on tangent and talking very fast. It's because I'm super excited, and I hope my enthusiasm is transforming into your life and help you to better your life. Thank you so much. Have a good day.